Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So a whole bunch of new Flash footage, so I'm just going to do a breakdown of the new stuff. Now, a lot of this is repeated from the last trailer, so I'm just going to do like the Patty Spivot, some of the things that we haven't seen before.
He is an unstoppable demon, and your world is in danger. You created a breach, a portal. If he got through, there'll be more to follow.
Hi, I'm Patty Spivot.
You do realize that metahumans have superpowers, right?
I may not have powers, but I want to stop them.
Central City believes in the Flash. So do I.
Me, you're gonna have to catch me.
Showtime.
If you guys aren't familiar with Patty Spivot, she's actually been around since the late 70s. But like a lot of classic characters that Geoff Johns later reworked, like the Rogues for instance, Patty Spivot debuted as a small minor character, became Ms. Flash for a little while, like she got Flash powers for a little while, then kind of went away, didn't turn into a big thing. When Geoff Johns brought her on, he reimagined the character completely, and she ended up providing a lot of critical assistance to the Flash in the lead up to Flashpoint. She had this really awesome run-in with Professor Zoom, with Eobard Thawne, where he, there are a couple of powers that he has in the comics that we didn't see on the show. Like, he can control his age, so he re-ages himself from a child right in front of her eyes to his normal age. As he's getting ready to kill her, the rest of the Flashes show up, save her life. It's a lot like having to watch Cisco die during the Flash Season 1. Even though they took it back, it still stung a little bit. But even Patty Spivot during that storyline was a relatively minor character. She was kind of a latecomer to the adventure. After Flashpoint in the New 52 universe, they made some huge changes to the characters, so Patty Spivot became a regular inside the Central City Police Department, and she and Barry were living together as boyfriend and girlfriend. He wasn't connected to Iris West the same way he had been in the past. And I almost forgot to mention, for a second time she gets Flash powers, but she takes the persona of Hot Pursuit during the Flashpoint storyline. She and Bart Allen go to the 30th century to try and stop Brainiac, so that they get caught up in their own little adventure. Really, the mission with Patty Spivot in the comics is to introduce a female to Barry Allen's life that can be a part of the action without only being a love interest, because that's kind of the perception for Iris West for a lot of the comics. Like, you only think of her when you're thinking of Barry Allen. The intention with Patty Spivot is just to make a much more complete character, so I think that's why a lot of people were excited when she was announced for the TV show. It was really after the producers started talking about what they're doing with her on the TV show, how that's going to be different from the comics, that got me really excited. I think she's going to be the most fun new female character next to Jesse Quick. Now, just to be clear, there's a lot of new female characters coming on The Flash, but Patty Spivot is going to be one of the few main cast members, meaning that her arc is going to be much bigger than Jesse Quick. Anytime they announce a billion new characters, everyone gets a little bit worried because it's like, how's everyone going to get all this screen time? A lot of them are only going to be in a couple episodes. They're only going to get like minor arcs. Wally West, for instance, probably not going to be Kid Flash till the end of the season. So Patty Spivot, this is kind of like the way they teased her. Obviously they didn't give away a lot of spoilers. They said she's going to be Joe West's new partner, and as you see in the trailer, she demands to join his task force, a group of police officers to deal with all the crazies that are coming from Earth 2. It's a nice mirror for what Quentin Lance is doing over on Arrow. He's reassembling the Vigilante Task Force. So they said Patty Spivot has mysterious but very important reasons, like very, very solid reasons for wanting to join Joe's task force. She has a really fun personality, and she's really into the science of everything. So she and Barry are going to be like the perfect match for each other. If you didn't get it from season 1, they didn't really go into it really deeply, but Barry is a forensic scientist, so he's actually very, very smart. Not quite as smart as Cisco and Caitlin, but you get the idea. Very smart. Patty Spivot also going to be very, very smart. I feel like all the fun stuff happens at Star Labs, so if you want new characters to also be perceived as fun, they have to be able to keep up with all the smart characters at Star Labs. As of right now in the comics, they have not reintroduced Patty Spivot yet, post-Convergence. So I wouldn't be surprised if what they're doing on the TV show influences that, just like in the same way that Felicity Smoke, not a big comic book character before Arrow, and now the Felicity Smoke of the comics looks a lot more like Felicity of the TV show. The same thing is going on in the Marvelverse, like the TV and the movie characters are starting to influence the way they write the comics. The really good news, I know everybody loves new footage, is that like every single week leading up to The Flash, we'll probably get like a little bit more footage. Now, most of the footage we get is from the first 2 episodes, and there's only so much they can show us without, being super spoilery. So don't be surprised if next week when they post a promo, a lot of the footage is the same that we just saw. Really, there's like one big thing that they keep talking about that we haven't seen yet, and that is Zoom. Now, the way they described him is he's going to be more like a monster. I mean, they even say it in the trailer, Jay Garrick says he's a monster, but literally he's going to look like a monster compared to Eobard Thawne. Now, I know most of you guys have read the comics, and I did a video explaining the difference between Zoom and Professor Zoom, the 2 completely different Reverse Flashes. Now, the TV show also going to make some changes, so whenever we do see him, I'll explain again. Not only are they changing some things about the identity of the character, they're changing the way that he's done on screen, like the completely from the ground up, the way he looks. Whenever they started talking about Zoom's costume, about how it was going to look a lot more CG, it was going to look way trippier than the Reverse Flash's costume, and he was going to be this hulking speed demon, all I could think about was the Tasmanian Devil, like from Looney Tunes, in yellow paint. Obviously, Tony Todd is going to be doing Zoom's voice, so it's going to be freaking amazing, but we're really not going to meet him up close in the flesh till the episode titled The Flash of Two Worlds. I don't know which number that is, but it's probably somewhere in the first 4 episodes. Most of the really big characters like Wally West, all those people, we'll meet them in the first 4 episodes. But essentially what's going on, like they did tease this, because you can kind of see when we're on the Earth 2 plane, you see like the background, it looks like everything's been destroyed. The portal that Barry opens between Earth 1 and Earth 2 allows him to get through. Now I know some of you will be like, wait a minute, hold the phone. Zoom is supposed to be way faster than all the other Flashes, so why can't he do the same things that Barry can do? In the really trippy looking Earth 2 scenes, it looks like everything has been destroyed. Like this is Star Labs of Earth 2. So it seems like the only reason that Zoom wouldn't be able to do that on his own is because he's destroyed the technology that they need. And it has nothing to do with what Hunter Zolomon did in the comics, so forget about that version of the character. Some of you guys have already requested videos for specific characters like Atom Smasher. If there are any others that you guys want to see in the next couple weeks, just let me know in the comments below. Because we finally got the trailer, I'm actually starting my Reverse Flash Ring giveaway too. All you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. What's going to happen next is there's a Doctor Who Series 9 prequel that just dropped that I need to do a video for. Then after that, I'll do a Q&A video where I'll announce the winner. If everything ends up going as smoothly as I hope that it will, then I'll just continue to give away Reverse Flash Rings until we get to episode 1. You guys can let me know though, which female character are you most excited to see in season 2? And I'll say right now, based on some of the stuff that Daniel Pennebaker has been saying, makes me feel like they're not going to do Killer Frost. So fair warning, try not to get too hyped up about that. So while you guys wait for more Flash and Arrow stuff, you can click here for the last trailers that just dropped, and you can click here for the Marvel Jessica Jones teaser trailer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys this weekend.